Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I looked on Reddit and saw a very interesting post by a person called Ashton Anderson, and it said introducing Maia, a human-like neural network chess engine. And they wrote this following post. It says, "We're happy to announce a research project that has been in the works for almost 2 years. Please meet Maia, a human-like neural chess engine. Maia is a Leela-style framework that learns from human play instead of self-play, with the goal of making human-like moves instead of optimal moves. Maia predicts the exact moves humans play in real online games over 50% of the time, and we intend to use Maia to power data-driven tools and teaching aids, as well as be a fun sparring partner to play against." So by the sounds of it, by reading this post, they've made an engine or piece of software that actually thinks like a human and plays like a player. So if you maybe input the games of a certain player, Maia will be able to sort of predict what the human will play. And here it says we trained 9 different versions of 12 million Lee chess games, one for each rating level between 1100 and 1900 ELO. So each version captures human style at its targeted level, meaning that Maia's 1500s play is most similar to 1500 rated players, etc. And you can play different versions on Lee chess. I'll be doing a bit of that later in the video. But this is an ongoing research project using chess as a model system for understanding how to design machine learning models for better human-AI interaction. And then it just posts links to the website, a research paper and a blog post. And it says, in current work we are developing Maia models that are personalised to individual players. And that's very interesting because this means that you may be able potentially to have, let's say, a Maia Magnus or a Maia Hikaru, maybe even a Maia Morphe or Capablanca. And that would be very interesting. Very good to see if those Maia versions of the players could play each other. And who knows, you could actually have maybe even a Maia Fischer and see who would win between Kramnik and Fischer maybe, or see who is the best player of all time. It's a very hypothetical. But what is also interesting to me is that maybe this would be great for training purposes. I mean, if you have an opponent and you want to input all their games into, say, this Maia idea, you could potentially predict what they're going to play. And I imagine super GMs may be able to use this to advantage. Let's say Magnus was playing Wesley So again, and he inputted all So's games into this, and it could predict what he might play out of the opening. Also, someone did actually say further down in this chat that it may be possible for people to cheat more with this as well. So I guess we have to be careful about that as well, because these are more human-like moves. So basically got a neural network here that plays like suboptimal human moves. So you could easily make a version, I guess, that's roughly Magnus's strength and just decimate the opposition, because I guess a lot of cheating software just recognises Stockfish and sort of the top moves that engines play. But if your software is roughly rated between 2200 and 2500, you're going to beat the majority of players anyway. But we could check out the website, and it has all the papers here. So if we click onto the projects section, it says Maia's goal is to play the human move, not necessarily the best move. As a result, Maia has a more human-like style than previous engines. Again, the cheating aspect may come into this, but again, it's very interesting. And it says matching moves played by human players in online games over 50% of the time, which is quite a big number. So here it says we train 9 versions of Maia, one for each ELO milestone between 1100 and 900. So yeah, this is on maiachess.com. And for instance, yeah, we've got this position here. Stockfish says pawn takes a6. In this position, most players, Maia 1100, 1200, 1300 and 1400 would play the move b6, attacking the queen, also the rooks attacking the knight. But queen takes c5 in this position would protect the knight and just win a pawn. So Stockfish would never play this. And also at the top, Maia's predicting that players above 1500 would also not play it. So that's rather interesting. So basically it seems as though Maia is trying to predict what human players at certain levels will play, and it seems like they're doing quite well. And this is the most interesting bit, because it says that in current work we are pushing the modelling of human play to the next level. Can we predict the moves of a particular human that a player would make? It turns out that personalising Maia gives us our biggest performance gains, and we achieve those results by fine-tuning Maia Starting with the base Maia, say 1900, we update the model by continuing training on an individual player's games, for instance. And this plot shows that personalised Maias achieve up to 75% accuracy at predicting a particular player's moves. Now just think of this from a training perspective. I mean, you could actually play yourself potentially and also probably work out less predictable moves in your games. And again, you could also just prepare for a specific opponent. So this is all very exciting. But you can also actually play Maia on Lichess. So let's try and do that now. So this is the Maia 1100 ELO strength. Technically this could be FIDE ELO, so you actually have a higher rating on Lichess than you would if you were playing FIDE events, hence why maybe Maia is 1347. So they play the Sicilian, and we'll play this variation where we play the Grand Prix attack. I'll take the knight off, and already I guess it's not actually made many mistakes. It's playing very fast. Okay. Now, this could be a mistake already. They've played bishop to d6, so I'll push this pawn up. Does this work? So they've lost a piece, and I'll take another. So already, yeah, this is probably about 1100 ELO strength. They've made a mistake in the position already. They're losing pawns quite fast. And they've lost another set of pawns there. Check, win another pawn. So yeah, it's hard to decipher though if this is Maia's accurate strength. So we'll pick up the rook and we'll get a queen. We'll check, win another piece. Let's not stalemate in this position. Let's just clear up for a second and work out how to do king and queen checkmate. There we go. Okay. Yes, that was quite interesting. So Maia made an early mistake here straight away. If we check the analysis board real quick. And again, I showed you, didn't I? They played incredibly fast. So yeah, this is a mistake straight away out the opening. And just win a piece. So that's probably where they lost the position and game. Okay, so now we're challenging Maia 1500. So they should play like a 1500 ELO player again. Lichess ratings are rated 1664 here. I expect though maybe Maia to make a mistake at the opening. So they play the Scandinavian, quite an aggressive opening. And c4 hits the knights, knight c3, bishop e3. Okay, so it'd be interesting to see what they play. Okay. So they're doubly attacking my knight here with the bishop and the knight. So I've got to defend, I'll take, and okay, they've doubled my c-pawn, so they're playing actually quite well for 1600. Now I just don't really want to make any mistakes. Play knight to e5. So they've traded a lot of pieces, and again, I believe this engine's playing quite strong. Now, let's see, I'll take this way. And we'll see how we get on in the endgame, so let's try and trade a few things off. If I play queen here, we can trade everything. Okay, now let's see how they do in the endgame. I'll push this pawn. Take this way. And double rooks. Another trade occurred. Okay. Now, in my opinion, it's actually quite playing a lot stronger than its ELO suggests. That's just my opinion, though. So if I play rook here, will I just win? Check, takes. Yeah, and this is game. So it seems as though out the opening, I feel like the engine's a lot stronger. But maybe in the end game, it might succumb to weaknesses. And I say this because I played the 1900 version a few times. And I got terrible positions out of the opening. But the end game was a different story altogether. I don't actually know any of them, but they're doing quite an interesting job here. And I would suggest you check it out on the website. But anyway, that was Maia Chess, a human-like neural network chess engine. Very interesting times we're living in. Anyway, that was just a quick overview. I'm sure we'll hear more of Maia in the future. And again, check out the website and try and play it on Lichess. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you for watching.